All right, welcome to the channel. My name is LoveArc. I have a question for you. Do you like Armor Core? I do too. I like it so much that my dumbass is trying to revitalize the community, even though FromSoft has completely abandoned us. So I thought about it and composed a list of things that I would like to see if they decide to remember us and drop the 2.0 patch. Now, this list is mostly composed of stat changes, very small or few graphical changes. So that way, it's keeping the budget in mind if they decide to give them the Walmart budget in terms of developing this patch. And we get basically a completely new feeling game. So if that interests you, stick around. I'm going to go on a little bit of a rant. This is more of a discussion and looking for other opinions out there. And if that interests you, let's get started on today's video. So I composed of a little bit of a list of things that I would like to see in this 2.0 patch. And the first thing, the overarching thing that I would like to see is the removal of the direct hit adjustment when staggered. Okay, I'm not telling you to remove the stagger altogether, but I do think we need to remove the damage multiplier that follows with being staggered. Now, most fighting games out there, if you are fighting game savvy, they do have a stun or a stagger state for your character. This is the only game that if you get staggered, you get punished for it 2 times fold. I think we need to do away with that damage multiplier. So that will stem the rest of these other stats that I'm going to list out. So let's see if you think about these. Now, under the removal of the direct hit adjustment when stagger, I think for our PvE players, including myself, let's change up the story mode. Now I'm thinking allow the damage given to the enemies to decrease while the damage received from the enemies is increased in the new game plus. So since this game has been influenced by the Soulsborne community or world, you might as well give us Ravens the challenge that those communities has been facing all these years by replaying the story in a more challenging setting. So if they can do it, we Ravens can do it too. So give us that FromSoft. The next thing under the direct hit adjustment, all shotguns must take a stance state when fired for bipedals. Now, hear me out. Since the weapon has a impact so high, then this must have a huge recoil, right? Which factors in the stand state. Okay, bazookas, they have a stand state. Harris weapons or linear rifles when charged take a stand state. Most charged weapons take a stand state. I think the shotgun needs to be in a stand state. Hey, you can still dual wield them, but you're not going to be able to shoot them at the same time, and you will have to take that stand state as well. I think a lot of people complain about the shotgun. I think this will help balance it out. The next thing is, this is a small one, but I think it's a significant one. The napalm launcher charge shot should explode in mid-air like its counterparts. So right now, when you charge the napalm launcher charge shot, it goes full screen or goes across the arena. Now the other ones like the stun launcher and the smoke jammer, when you charge those two, they explode halfway through travel. I think the napalm launcher needs to be detonated mid-flight just like those other two, and this will make that weapon more viable. Another weapon that needs a tweak, hammer plasma thrower, and not so much the initial throw, but the charge shot should do more efficient damage either in impact or damage itself. Now, since the charge of this move leaves the AC open, I think the outcome needs to be more rewarding. So when it's launched from the initial throw, that damage should be high or the impact should be high. One of those two, not both, just one of them. So that's why I said or, not and. Another weapon that needs to be increased will be the stun gun and the bento, either in impact or cumulative impact. Since they're not damage focused weapons, they must impact the opponent in a status effect more often. So this is still going under that removal of the direct hit adjustment stagger adjustment, right? So since we're going to remove that multiplier, you might as well have these weapons do more status effects against the opponent. And under the same direct hit adjustment stagger, right? The core weapons should be affected by the core generators. It only makes sense, right? Since we have energy weapons out there that are affected by the energy generators or the generators in general, might as well have the core weapons be affected by the core generators. Makes the generators more viable. So that just makes sense to me. Let me know what you think about that. Now, these other tweaks that I think they should do, this one's more of a graphical one, so it's less likely that this will happen. And this is the user interface HUD customization. We need the ability to add or subtract stats like we did in previous generations, as well as customize the color too. So just those little quality of life things will make the game a little bit more special, in my opinion. And here is some PvP adjustments. So the first one is allow the usage of repair kits in custom match. So this will be adjusted in the custom match setting, that you can set the repair kits for 1, 2, or 3, or 5, whatever you choose to do. And this will make more interesting matches a little bit more drawn out, like they are in the campaign mode, right? Another PvP quality of life will be just add more maps in the ranked matches, right? We are getting a little bit tired of those 3 maps that we have in ranked match, and I'm already under the opinion that these meta builds only exist because we have wide open maps. So if you put more interesting maps, more close quarter combat maps, or maps with more buildings that we can hide behind, I'm pretty sure these meta builds will be less meta when it comes to ranked match mode. And last but not least, this is one of the adjustments that I find least likely that's going to happen, because it does require a bit of programming, and that's just fixing the damn netcode. We're almost in 2026 and we're still having netcode issues in terms of hit confirms and misses. Most games out there do not have this problem, but Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon has this problem. So this is my list for what they could give us in patch 2.0. This list covers not only PvP, but it also covers single player and network adjustments, as well as some quality of life. So let me know what you guys think about this list. There is more that I could have added to this list, but I just want to get the ball started. So I want to hear your opinion and your thoughts on this. And this is just for, I think I should have said this earlier, but this is for if they want to give us a patch, not a DLC, nor a new generation. This is just for patch. Now, if they want to give us a DLC, I got a whole new list for that. And then if they want to give us another generation, I got a whole new list for that as well. So be on the lookout for those videos, as well as stick around. Check out the channel for other Armored Core content and other games that I cover. as well as come on hang out with us on our live stream Saturdays. Try to do it every Saturday, every other Saturday, where I host custom matches online, which allows you to test out your build without cutting your teeth in ranked matches. Those are pretty fun. We do it about 8 o'clock Central Standard Time, so, and we go all the way to 12 o'clock or 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning. So but you're more than welcome to drop by. If you don't have the PSN, we play on PSN. We don't play on PC because my computer's crappy. But yeah, feel free to drop by and help build this community that we're trying to galvanize. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for giving me your ear and your attention. I know how important your time is, and I'm glad I made the most of it while I had it. Be sure to think about subscribing to the channel if this stuff interests you, and we'll be covering more of this in the near future, as well as other games that are in the mecha genre. So thank you guys for your time, and I'll see you next time. So until then, take care, stay safe, and stay fly, Ravens.